Temperance reversed, so Sagittarius. We have the Page of Swords reversed, and we have the Tower in reverse, Scorpio. The first thing I'm getting here, and this isn't necessarily something they would consciously say or think, but I think their initial impression of you might be inaccurate, or they just feel that they don't really get to know you initially, or they didn't get to know you initially. They had to give it time. They had to wait to unravel you a little bit more. They were left wondering a lot. We have the Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's a feeling of you coming across, in their opinion, as maybe guarded or just difficult to get to know. You're the sort of person, in their opinion, that you can have a really long conversation with, and you think, wow, we really spent some quality time and got to know each other. And then half an hour later, once you've gone your separate ways, they're thinking, how is it that we spoke for an hour? And yet, if I had to write down all of the facts that I gained about you, or all of the things you shared with me, I'd have about 2. How did you manage to so skillfully engage me in this conversation? I'm hearing hold the room, so maybe it's like you can hold the attention of a group, or if you're sitting around talking to a group of your person's friends or family members, you can mingle with all of them very well. And yet, over an extended period of time, maybe it's even like an afternoon, a day, or whatever, but at the end of it, you've really given away very little about yourself. But people don't realize this until they're thinking about you after, and specifically thinking about what they know about you. Or like if someone says, oh, I heard you met so-and-so's partner today, what were they like? And they're like, oh, really great, really engaging, funny, interesting. Oh, okay, so like, what do they do? What did you learn? What do they like? Well, I think maybe they like, it's like you can't easily come up with things. Yes, Four of Pentacles, exactly. There's a feeling of you being reserved, but not overtly so. You come across as being very open, very giving with your words, energy, emotions, very happy to connect with people, share. But it's like some incredible skill you have. you can do this and make people feel that they've really connected with you, but actually, I don't know, they haven't, or they have, maybe energetically, but they don't know individual specific things about you. Maybe it's just that you're very interested in them and you ask lots of questions about them, or something like that. Yeah, look at this, King of Swords reversed. It's like you have this fantastic way with words and conversation and how you present yourself, but you're really giving them nothing of like substance. Okay, let's keep going. And it's not that they're left feeling resentful about this. It's surprising. It's shock. It's surprise, confusion that they're left with, because the initial impression was that they were getting to know you very, very well. We have the Eight of Swords. And if we think of swords as being obviously communication, we've got 8 here. And yet this butterfly is still all wrapped up. We're saying lots of things, but still we're closed tightly. Impenetrable. Judgment reversed, some Scorpio energy there, and we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay, let's see what's on the back. Ace of Cups in reverse. 9 of Cups. So I think there's a feeling of, I want to know more about you. So this feels almost like I'm being told about a first impression. So this can either be the first impression you did make or might potentially make. And the feeling is, with Temperance in reverse, you're ready to get stuck in. You're not overthinking, over-analysing. You might come across as very self-assured and confident because specifically you're not looking around you and thinking, oh, I better not laugh too loudly, or I need to watch first of all how everybody else is speaking and behaving, and then I'll adjust to that. It's almost like this effortless ability to adjust, but you're not consciously stressing about it, but also you don't mind being seen, you don't mind being heard. So you come across basically as very confident, not in that abrasive, off-putting way where someone comes in and they try to arrogantly steal all of the energy from the room, just very comfortable in yourself. And it's captivating, it's charming. I think you come across as being able to hold a conversation very well, very engaging. You can mix it up, you can do serious talk, laugh, all of those things. I think that the feeling here, though, is that it's quite a light energy. I don't think anyone's being too heavy or serious. You can speak well, intelligently about maybe a variety of topics. We've got the King of Swords here, Page of Swords reversed. It feels almost like having some knowledge about lots of different things. So depending on what the topic is, you might have some knowledge, and then you can ask the person, oh, you know about this, so, tell me more. And then they get to feel like, you're interested, and they have something of value to share, through to topics where you're pretty much an expert here and you can share that with others. So that's the initial impression, and they leave thinking this, and they're like, great, brilliant. And then there's this, as I said, this time after where they're reflecting, whether someone's asked them or they're just reflecting by themselves, excuse me, and they realise there was a lot going on, but I feel like I still don't really know you. I don't really know maybe practical things about you, like where you live, where you're from, how you met my, I don't know, whether it's friend, brother, son, father, daughter, sister, whatever it is. I don't know how you met. I don't know what you enjoy doing. I don't know where you work. I don't know what you're studying, or I don't, I don't know any facts about you. I don't know if you have siblings. I don't know. I don't get a sense of the sorts of things that get you excited and fired up, the sorts of things that really annoy you. It's almost like they realise they've maybe seen a mask in a way, and not an artificial, constructed, deceptive mask, but they've seen a version of you that, how do I explain it? You know how in life we obviously all are in different roles, like we have our work selves, we have the self we are with our parents, we have the self that we are with our friends, we have the self that we are when we go and take our car to be fixed, and just out of necessity, they all vary slightly. Like, it wouldn't really be appropriate to have some of those overlapping. It's kind of like that. They realise they've seen a particular version of you and yourself. And it's the version of you that's very well socialized. Maybe you've done a lot of networking one way or another, very charming, very warm. You know how to make people feel special and heard. But there's you also know how to not reveal more than you would be comfortable with. So they have the impression that you're never going to be a person who leaves a party or an event and the next day you're agonizing over, oh my God, why did I say that? Why did I reveal this? Or, chewing your nails off. I can't believe I had one too many drinks and I behaved that way, or I showed them this side of myself. And if you are that person, they don't think that at all. So maybe you're someone who really overanalyzes and you haven't really given anything away, but for you it's more than you normally would, so you're stressed, but no one else would think it was too much. It's almost something quite practiced about how you're coming across. Again, it doesn't feel false, but it's like a really advanced way of keeping up a guard and not revealing everything about yourself to people who you are still learning about and getting to know and deciding how you feel about them. So I think, they would say to each other or to someone asking, I really liked them, but I feel like I want to see them again, and I want to get to know more about them on a personal level, who they are. And you can see we have the moon here with the 9 of Cups. So it's like the things that you like, not because it works for the social group or because you're pleasing other people or being one of the team, but because, 9 of Cups is a very self-focused energy. What do you like and enjoy just for you? Who are you at your core? With the moon here, I want to know the things you didn't share. And look, the 3 of Cups reversed. I don't want to see you and how you fit very well in with the group. I want to know about you as a person. Now, to be honest, we've got that. And then we have Scorpio energy here with the Judgment card. there is something about you that and I'm not saying all of your person's friends fancy you or anything like that, but there is something about you or this interaction with you that seems to leave these people feeling that they want to get to know you to what I would say is almost an inappropriate degree. And what I mean by that is, let's say you've met them once. You might think afterwards they would be thinking, okay, that was cool, yeah, invite her again, invite him again, or I'd love to get to know them. Fine, and it would stop there. But no, there's a feeling that even after this first encounter, they really want to pry. That for some reason it's become of great importance to them, that they know, you know, what are your secrets? What do you regret in life? What are your biggest fears? What are your hopes and dreams? It's a bit much, you know, for having just met someone, you know, and known them for 5 minutes, and for it being so early on. And I'm not saying in every case it's in a romantic sense that they want to know this. I don't know, maybe here and there, but just this feeling of, and you may have experienced this in life anyway, in other situations, that once people get a taste of you, it's like they want to grab hold of you, sit you on a chair, tie you up, and keep you hostage until they have probed every part of your mind and your feelings and your thoughts, and you know, it's like they want to get every single piece of information from you. There is something about you that leaves people maybe craving more. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups reverse. So while you're with, you know, your person's friends or family, or maybe it's both, this is how they feel. And again, it's this feeling of newness. So I feel this is like the first impact you've made, or do make, or will make. It's like, okay, we've got the emotions, everyone's happy, great. We've got the solidity of the pentacle here. So they're welcoming you into the group. They want to see you again. You know, they already feel like you mesh well, perfect. But when you go, these are reversed. Like, they realise all along, actually, the cup and the pentacle weren't on offer. It just seemed that way. Like, maybe when you leave, practically, they don't have a way to reach you unless it's through your person. You didn't leave a number. They don't know what your full name is, so they can't send you a friend request on Facebook or anything like that. You're kind of this, like, delicious but elusive ghost, you know, or something like that. Like, when you're there, when you're present, you are present, engaged. And that's another thing. When your attention is on someone, it's fully on them, and it makes them feel great, and they can just soak it up, and they want more and more of it, and they feel, gosh, we're really connected here, because you make people feel very special and very seen, thus the feeling of connectedness. But when you go, they really, you know, you're gone. They don't know how to track you down. They don't know if they're going to, if your person's going to bring you back again soon. They wouldn't know how to find you. They haven't got your number. They don't know the things you like, where you go, where you might be, and you're just gone. And they can't even imagine. Okay, well, I remember you said that you worked as oh gosh, I don't know, you worked at the bank, so I imagine, you know, from this hour to this hour, Monday to Friday, you're probably in this sort of a location. They don't even have that. It's just like you've gone poof. You know, where are you? What on earth, of all the things in the world that you could be doing right now, what are you doing? Okay, what else? Yeah, judgment reversed. It's like, actually, I'm not sure I can form such a solid judgment or opinion of you, because I'm realizing what I'm left more with is how you made me feel, how you made everybody here feel. I can make a judgment on that. It felt great, and I hope I see you again, but I can't say anything about you, your person, your character, because I'm not sure I know too much. So your person's friends and family like the way you make them feel, like the way you come across. I'm not seeing any concerns, at least nothing yet, about how you are with your person, you know, their friend, their family member. But really feeling like, oh, actually, you know, that was great, but I still feel like I don't know that much about you. And also this strong feeling of wanting to know. It's not like, oh, they were fine, a bit boring. I mean, I don't know, didn't really talk much, don't know much about them. Oh, well, it's not like that. It's that they really want to know more. The Tower and the Eight of Swords. In some cases, I'm looking at this combined with the Temperance reversed. There could be a feeling of you were holding back because you didn't want to be too outrageous or too shocking, because you're already coming in this energy of, I am who I am, and who I am is actually pretty charming, so I'm not that stressed about it. However, if I was to bring more to the table, it might be a little too much, maybe for the people that you guys are, or for the situation we're in. So there might be a feeling of you were showing your, or operating or working at like 80% instead of 100, because you didn't want to overdo it. And that could just be their impression, because it feels like they're looking at you as someone who could really hold the attention of the room for as long as you wanted. And if this is a gathering, that's not really very appropriate. So maybe, you know, so they may be assuming, well, that's why you didn't bring your full self, because you weren't trying to be distasteful, you know? Right, okay, well, let's go to this deck and see what else then. It's funny because, you know, the intention obviously is your person's friends and family. What do they think and say about you? And really what they're showing, or what would they, you know, if you met, what they're showing is, I don't exactly know what I think, or what to say. I know how, like I said, I know how you made me feel, and I really enjoyed your company and felt great around you, but in terms of you as an individual, I don't know, I need more information, and I hope I get the chance to get it. So yeah, like I said, this could just range from complete, just, you know, just neutral curiosity, through to some of your person's close friends, hopefully not family members, but I don't know, having a bit of like a crush on you or something, which of course could make things awkward. Yeah, feeling though that they want more of you, more of your energy. So what else, please? So my viewers, persons, friends and family. Look at that. Exactly. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. This is it. You make this fantastic impression of someone who is confident, self-sufficient, secure. You're not nervous, awkward about anything, how you look, how you speak, how you dress, the things you like and don't like, how you react. You just are. Now, you may be thinking, I wish I was all those things, or maybe you are, but this is the impression that you leave, or could leave. But you know, the 9 again, it's a very, you know, we go from the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, it's the community. From the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles, again, community, family, roots. You come across as this very self-sufficient, independent, contained individual. You'll find doing you, for you, with just yourself. And with the 9 of Pentacles, because the person in this card is in an energy of, everything is just how I want it, because I've worked for it, I've made it this way, I'm super content emotionally, I'm not longing for anything, I'm not desperate for anything. Sometimes it can be hard to get close to them, because you're thinking, well, I don't know what to offer, or how to be, or what to bring forward. And in some cases, if you're feeling maybe insecure in general, or that day, it can always be intimidating as well. So yeah, it's this very, you know, 4 of Pentacles, self-contained, confident, I'm good either way kind of energy. I'm not looking for anyone's approval, because I've got my approval, and that's what matters most, because I'm the only one who's stuck with me. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. So with the 9 of Pentacles, you also come across as someone who has put in the work in whichever area of your life, and you've seen the rewards, and you're currently enjoying those rewards. So you're not a slacker, you're not just latching on to this person because you want them to take care of you in any sort of a way. Yeah, and you come across as, I don't know if it's like you smell nice, you look nice, you dress in a way that really works for you and your character and attitude and all of that. And again, remember, this is their opinion, this is what they are thinking and saying about you. Look at this again. Yeah, the sun, exactly. You really make an impact, but it's a lovely, warm, inclusive impact. You might be shining as brightly as the sun, but it's like you're saying to people, why don't you come into my orbit, step closer to my aura and feel this warmth with me. You've got Leo energy there. I'm surprised we don't have the star coming out. You know, it feels like you're kind of showing up as the star. Everyone wants to look at you. Everyone wants to talk to you. The Fool. Wow. Aries and Aquarius. The Ten of Wands reversed. Okay, that's interesting. Let's keep going. The Knight of Wands reversed. Yes, it's like they're saying or thinking, I think you were a little bit controlled and guarded. There's something extra that you weren't bringing. The Hanged Man reversed, Pisces. Got quite a few major arcana here. So you as I said, you definitely make an impact and you leave people thinking about you and actually wanting more of you. So let's say it's your person's parents. They could be saying, oh, why didn't you invite, you know, so-and-so, whatever your name is, to dinner on Tuesday night, or we were going to go to this event, you know, to some sporting event, or to the theatre, or whatever it is. Why didn't you bring so-and-so? It's like they want you around, they want more of you. Or if it's your person's friends, you know, especially if it's a sort of thing that when your person and their friends get together, it's like, oh, please don't bring your partners. Or whatever. It's like they actually want you to come. Okay, let's see. We've got the Page of Wands reversed. And the Three of Swords, yeah, under the Ten of Wands reversed. Okay, so I think the more they get to know you, the more they might feel that there is something that's heavy, something that's made you sad in the past that you've carried alone, and that's partly what's made you so independent and strong. Now, in terms of their fears or concerns, if we can even call it that, they might feel that you're hard to pin down, and they might wonder how you view things like commitment, what form or shape commitment would take for you. Would it be traditional? Would it be something else? How do you feel about the future? Moving in with your person if you don't already live with them, or having children, that sort of thing. Commitments, ties. You're obviously very committed to yourself. That sounds terrible. I think that's great. I don't mean it in that way at all. But you're committed to yourself, your growth, your improvement, and to the things that you turn your attention to, your responsibilities, that sort of thing. And you can see those through. But, you know, we haven't got, like, as I said, the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the 10 we do have is the Ten of Wands. It's a burden. So how far into commitment are you able or willing to go with this person? You know, your person, their friend or family member. So that might be something they're not sure of, whether it just hasn't come up, it's very early days, or they're looking at you and thinking, how does anybody pin down a person like you? You know, Nine of Pentacles, the Sun. How would any one single commitment be enough for you? Now, that might just be something they're thinking. Maybe you agree, like, yeah, I really demand a lot in my relationship. I don't know. Bit harsh, actually. It's like they're looking at their friend, you know, your person, their family member, and saying, but are you enough really for this person? That's not nice. I mean, yeah, in some cases they could be looking at you and thinking, you know, your person's done very well to meet someone like you, to capture and hold the attention of someone like you. But then, of course, remember, it's like they're seeing this one version of you. They're not seeing the other sides of you. Yeah, look at this. The Sun and the Hanged Man reversed. That's exactly it. It's like when you're here, you are fully here. But when you're gone, it's like, well, where did you go? How can I reach you? I want more of you. It's like, you know, when the sun goes down, we know where it is, where it's coming back, you know, in however many hours. If you were the actual sun, you've just disappeared. You've gone somewhere else in the galaxy. Nobody knows where you are until the next time they see you or what you're doing, and they're worried that the darkness they're in will go on for an extended period of time. I think people, generally speaking, might find it easy to get very attached to you very quickly. And sometimes actually you might find that burdensome because you're just thinking, I'm just being friendly, I'm just being me. And it's kind of like an all about them situation, because if you're not giving much away, they're not actually getting to know you. The reason they're so attached is because they want more of how you make them feel. Okay. Let's just get one for this Knight of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they feel there's more to see, like even more fire, even more passion, even more authenticity. Yeah, you've been holding back because that's what's appropriate, that's what's respectful. Okay, so Three of Swords, Ten of Wands reversed. Oh gosh, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so they may be sensing from you or just assuming that you are the way you are because there's been a time in your life where you've experienced lack of connection, lack of love, lack of support, lack of money, whatever it is, and you took that as your motivation to fill in those spaces for yourself, and you've become very, as I said, self-sufficient, independent, capable, competent, because you're not willing to feel that